Hi guys, hope that you all are doing well, not bad, and if you are not feeling well, keep watching my video, and afterwards I hope that you will feel fantabulous as well productive. And in this video I like to talk about how I learned foreign language, how I learned English. I had no partner to practice my English, and I practiced English with ChatGPT. And I didn't have any partner, I didn't have any friend to practice my English. And if I talk about in our village nobody want to learn English. Okay, nobody want to learn. I mean at that time when I was began at that time, there was no one to practice my English. As a result, I couldn't practice English with any of my friends. So like I was really like isolated. I was isolated myself. Like I was isolated myself from them, because like I used to practice English with ChatGPT. And if you have no friend, if you have no like partner to practice your English, and you can practice with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the best and well-known platform in this era, and you will be able to get a bunch of things. And ChatGPT can teach you like how to build yourself, how to be confident, how to learn another or foreign language. you know like cause like if beside apart from that, you can practice in front of the mirror, in front of the mirror, and you can make bunch of videos. Suppose like, for example, I'm making video, that means I'm practicing my English. Okay, I'm practicing my English by making videos. You can also do this activity by making video, by in order to learn English. And like when I used to practice in front of the mirror, and all of my family members used to say that, hey Sujit, you are getting crazy, because you are talking to yourself. Oh my god, like I have never talked to myself, because like those are talking to their self, that means they are getting crazy. They used to think that I am getting crazy, and like I didn't care about them, because I knew that they are making fun with me. That's why like I didn't say to them anything. So like if you don't feel well by practicing English in front of the mirror, so don't do that, because you are not comfortable by practicing English in front of the mirror. Okay, so like how I practiced English in front of the mirror. And I would ask bunch of questions to myself. Suppose like I am right now, I am staying in front of the mirror, and like I used to practice that, hey Sajib, where are you from? And I said to myself that, yeah, I'm from Bangladesh, and like I'm living Chittagong under the Bangladesh. And as you know that Chittagong is the commercial city of Bangladesh, and it has a bunch of well-known place in Chittagong. And for example, Cox's Bazar Sea Beach, and Khagrachori, Bandarban, this kind of place. I used to say this kind of place. And I would ask another question is, talk about yourself, and talk about your country, talk about your family. By making this kind of question, you can practice English in front of the mirror. So if you are not feeling comfortable, so don't do that. I'm not encouraging you to practice in front of the mirror if you are not feeling comfortable. So when you are feeling comfortable, at that time you can practice in front of the mirror. Okay, without it, like you can do another activity. By making video, you can practice English. And like open your camera and try to make a video, try to make a conversational video in order to learn English. And like go to a new place, and go to out of your like home, and make a video. And as you see that I have made a bunch of video by mobile phone, by camera. Okay, you can make this kind of video by your mobile phone. You don't need any partner, you don't need any real or friend to practice your English, because like we have everything, and we have technology. So we have everything. We can practice in like with ChatGPT. And believe me, ChatGPT is the best platform to learn any language. Or not only language, but also you can learn a bunch of things from ChatGPT. Okay, you know as you know that, like if you would like to learn any language, so there is a foundation of learning a language, which is called grammar. Grammar is the very best like things to learn a new language. How I learned grammar? Like when I was in school at the time, like I didn't that much well at grammar. you know. Like it is one kind of like ridiculous thing, cause like I learned my grammar by myself, like from YouTube, okay. And during Ramadan month, and I had to stay at our in our shop for about 1 month, like during Ramadan month. And at that time I utilized my time by learning grammar. And you know what I did to learn grammar? And like I would open, I would enter on YouTube, and I would learn how to like learn grammar. And I would like search how to learn grammar. And I would learn about like tense, about model, about passive active. And I am teaching like student. I'm teaching my student all, like I am teaching to my student about grammar. Like, I didn't good. I was not good at much like about grammar, but I'm teaching to them. It's one kind of my like one kind of like productivity, I think, because like I learned grammar by myself in our shop, okay. And I would go to our shop at 11 p.m., 11 a.m. in the morning, and I would return home about at 12 a.m. at midnight. Okay, 12 p.m. at midnight. That means like that means like I had a bunch of time. I had enough time to learn grammar. Okay, cause I could have wasted my time by using mobile phone, by watching different reels, but I didn't do that. I learned grammar. I practiced grammar a lot. And like at first of all, you don't need to focus grammar, like you don't need to focus yourself, like you don't need to give that much focus to yourself to learn grammar. You can learn little by little, okay. You can like suppose if you are and you are enthusiastic to learn English, and try to learn a little bit grammar, try to practice. You have to do a bunch of things. Suppose you are thinking that after learning grammar you will practice English, so don't do that while you are learning grammar. So apart from that, try to practice your English, okay. It would be very like productive way to learn English, okay. Because suppose you are thinking that like first of all I will learn grammar, and afterwards after 2 months I will practice English. So don't or never do that while you are learning grammar. Suppose you have learned about tense, okay. So you have learned about like present indefinite or present continuous tense. Like suppose like try to practice about those, okay, those grammar with yourself and with ChatGPT. And you can practice in front of the mirror, okay. So the another thing is I used to write down all of my incident in on a notebook, okay. Notebook means like I have a notebook in our shop, and whenever I go to our shop, and I try to write all of my incidents, all of my thinking on the notebook, which is really really fantabulous way to think on English, okay. And like I used to write, and I'm still doing this activity to reinforce my like uh, like thinking skill, okay, which is really really mandatory. And I mean, most of the people are saying that writing is not important. I will tell you that writing is very important by thinking. And you can make when you are writing, and you will think about a lot about incident, like you will make story. And for me, I used to make story, and I used to like write down what I'm doing, and like what my father doing, what the people doing. Suppose I went to university, and I try to write down what I did, like in my university, and what I did in my with my friends. So if you have bunch of times to do that, and if you have not that much time, so try to practice about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. The three step is reading book. By reading, you have to read book aloud, okay. Read book aloud. Suppose like I bought this book a few months ago, and I try to read that book by like for in order to learn English. And you know what, like how I read that book. I read that book, this book aloud, okay. Like some of my family member think that essentially you are like reading aloud. So you are reading aloud, that means like you are not a baby, you are not a child, okay. So you are, why you are like reading aloud, like What, you know what I said, cause I love to read a lot. That's why I'm reading. Do you have any things? Do you have any like question to me? So at that time they would say that no, I don't have any question to you. Like whatever you are doing, so do your best and do yourself. Do like try to try to immerse yourself into into your study. Okay. The fourth trick strategy is to write down, like not write down, by listening to podcast, watching movies. Suppose you are watching movies and you are like listening to podcast, that means like apart from that, try to listen to podcast using subtitle, like which is really important. Like I'm saying a thing like which is really important like again and again. Okay, like I have to like overcome from that situation. I'm trying by practicing English. Okay, like listen a lot when we were a child. At that time we used to listen a lot with our like from our parents, from our like relatives, and afterwards we are able to speak our native language. So like you have to read and you have to listen a lot, and I'm still doing a bunch of activities to learn English. I'm also still doing, and like no, don't think that I'm not doing any activities. Like, I'm also still doing like every steps to learn English. Okay, because it is a language, so we have to learn.